Hey guys, it's coreross and welcome to 6 News. Today we have a test server with 2 reworks of operators on it, which is great news. We also have a bit of bonus news, which is the console players also got the bug fixes, which originally were said to be only coming to the PC, and the console players would have to wait for 1.2, but they actually got a 1.1 patch today, so that's great news as well. Let's go over the brand new test server. So we're going to have 2 operator reworks, Line and Capitao, tested in this. Now, of course, just like Capitao in the last test server, this doesn't mean these changes will come to the live server, but hopefully they will. So for Lion's rework, they're going to reduce the warning. It's going to be from 3 seconds down to 1.5 seconds. And they're also going to make the scan duration be 2 seconds instead of 4. They're also going to be replacing the red outline with a red ping. So think like Alibi's holograms. They ping about every 1 second. So that means that the information from that ping may be late. So if it pings your location, you can simply move, which means you don't get shot through a wall, which is awesome. Because it's weaker, they're also going to increase the charges from 2 to 3, so you can use it 3 times total. They're also going to reduce the cooldown from 27 seconds to 15 seconds, and Vigil's cloak ability will make him immune to Lion, which is awesome. So they've condensed the warning time and the active time the scan's going off to make it less frustrating, but also because it pings every 1 second, it means you can move while it's going off. It's actually a viable tactic to actually move while Lion Scan is actually active, which is great. And because it is weaker, they're going to give them 3 scans instead of 2. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. It sounds interesting. We'll have to see how it plays out. Yeah, I like it. I think it's good. Like the alibi pings, the jackal pings are pretty good. I like how they work. So putting that online, I think could be a good idea. Now, Capitao is of course getting some more fixes. So his rework was in the last test server, but it never made it to live servers, I think because it was just too powerful at the time. So they're reducing the damage from 19 to 12. The size of the area effect is increased. So I think, if I'm right, I think this is the same as the last test server, but I could be wrong. But this is new. So the area takes 2 seconds to reach its maximum size. So it did cover a very large area in the last test server, but now it looks like it's going to take 2 seconds to spread out. That's quite a long time, and might be enough time for you to move away, which is good. But it'll still be, of course, very useful for blocking off doorways and stuff like that, if you're putting like the diffuser down and things. So it is still going to be very, very useful. And then the arrow is affected by gravity after 10 meters. So of course the bolt being fired out of the crossbow after 10 meters is going to start losing altitude and kind of going down, which is good. This means of course you can't use it over extreme ranges, or it'll make the skill level over extreme ranges harder. But 10 meters, you're probably not going to notice, because most of your engagements, most of the times you put these fire arrows down, are not probably going to be that much over 10 meters. Yeah, so I'm interested to see how this plays out. So they're kind of acting on feedback collected from the previous test server with Capitao's rework. And yeah, we'll see how this plays out. And they talk about the after 10 meters, the trajectory of the arrow will begin to drop. We want to increase the amount of skill required to place his fixation bolts, which probably should be renamed fire bolts at this point. And they mention here, but also reduce the effectiveness of certain exploits that allowed attackers to spawn kill defenders. So I didn't hear anything about that in the test server. That's interesting. I wonder how people were taking advantage of that. And of course, what we heard about before, the reverse friendly fire, is being tested in this too, along with a forgive system, which means in the kill cam of the player who got shot and killed, they can actually say, oh yeah, this is an accidental team kill, or they can say it's a deliberate team kill. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a few like bug fixes and stuff like that, and a few known issues, but most part, this test server is up and running right now if you want to go give it a go. Of course, these 2 guys are the main reason this test server is up, and it's going to be interesting to see if they make it into the live server along with the anti-toxic stuff as well. Anyway guys, let me know what you think of this in the comments below, and I will catch you next time.